Hello everybody and welcome back to Maisie's Garden. My earth signs, I have a message for you. Okay, so if you have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your chart, this may resonate for you. You could have it in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and or north node. But if you have it in any placement and this seems like it's resonating for you, then this message is for you. Okay. This message will have an extended where we will get we will clarify the last half of the spread that I'm going to do. And then I'm going to get oracle messages and charmed messages. Okay. And the way to be able to access that, it's going to be, the link is in the description box below or up in my link tree. So come on over if that's something that you'd want to do. I hope you guys are doing very well. All right. Let's see what we got for this week. Okay. I'm going to try a different type of spread this week than what I did previously. I'm still trying to work out how I want to do the weeklies and the spread and how I want to do them. I'm working on a few different types of stuff, okay? Different types of stuff. And like I'll record things and I don't like it, so then I'll delete it and like that whole thing. So just work with me here. Work with me here. It'll get better, I promise. Okay. All right, my earth signs, my little earth babies. Hope you guys have been doing well. And let's get started. Also, if this doesn't resonate with you, please go check the other signs of your chart. You guys can do that. Check out other readings. Yeah. My personals are closed down right now, but they will be opened up soon for a short period of time. Like when I go on break for school, like when I go on through my breaks, that's when I'm going to offer personal readings. If you if you're subscribed to my Patreon, you will be getting discounts on those, discounts on products, or the first look on products, or first like grab on that kind of stuff. And which I will be slowly but surely launching because I've been working on some things. And yeah. We're in this for the long haul, okay? And I know an earth placement knows about what the long haul is. All right, one more shuffle and then we'll start going, okay? All right. Spirit, what kind of message do we have for the earth sign placements for this week? Earth sign placements, please. Okay. Okay. Interesting. That's a little interesting. You could have Virgo placements. You could have Scorpio placements. I want to get all of the stuff out in the spread before I start talking about like what I feel here. Because oh boy. Okay. More came out than what I wanted. I'm going to look at them real quick and just see. Oh. Okay. I'm going to keep it. Definitely because you guys are showing up here. All right, bottom of the deck. This is like going to be like a little side story thing. I'm not going to clarify this, but I am going to use it in the reading because I think it pertains to it, but we're just going to place this over here like this. Okay. All right, guys. Have to roll my sleeves up for this one, all right? Because what have you got going on? Like, what's happening here? You could have, okay, so Virgo placements, right? And which is you guys, my earth babies. But you also could have Scorpio placements in your chart. You could have Gemini placements, air, you know, some type of air sign placement, but Gemini specifically. Very mercurial energy going on here. All right, so kind of what I'm feeling here is, I don't know, could be, and if you hear my daughter screaming because she's playing video games downstairs, I'm sorry. All right, so what this is looking like and what this is feeling like for me is that there's definitely something, you're kind of at a crossroads, and it feels like you may have manifested something that, okay, what it feels like to me is that like you made a choice and now you're regretting that decision, or you manifested something that you thought that you wanted, or you thought that that's what was going to bring you some form of happiness, or bring you like excitement, or, you know, just some form of happiness or excitement, or it was going to bring in something really good in your life. And you may have been really enthusiastic while you were trying to manifest this, or you were bringing this in, or you were manipulating the situation to bring this in, but it has backfired a little bit. That's what it feels like. I have the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So that's the overall energy. So it's like, it says the energy of unexpected conflict, strife, and movement. And that's what I'm picking up on. It's like, I feel like you thought, like you really thought something, you may have moved in a certain way, or made some type of, decision, chose some path, but it's disappointing you. It doesn't feel great. It's not it's not what you thought it was going to be. Okay. Now, you're currently really wanting to be able to move forward almost gracefully. Okay. Things may because you're feeling really like disappointed by something, or, you know, really regretful, feeling like, it almost feels like you, even if you haven't like lost anything, it's like you took a loss, or in some way there's something where you're just, you're not feeling great about whatever you manifested, and you want to, it's been making you a little moody. I'm not gonna lie. Your emotions, or just like your attitude, may be really off, or maybe people are noticing that like you're just not really yourself. But you're going to be balancing that out. You're going to like recognize this, or someone's going to say something to you and be like, hey, what's going on with you? Because you're not really acting, or your attitude's been really like poor lately, and you know, what's going on? And you may like try to rectify this in a little bit of way, or bring some balance. You may want to offer something to somebody, or you may want an offer, or to open up some type of communication with someone. Maybe someone that you want to get on better terms with, but we're going to clarify to make sure of that, because what I'm seeing here is that there is some sort of wanting a reconciliation in some way, or some type of rejuvenation. It's like recognizing It's recognizing where like maybe you thought that you wanted something and now you're recognizing that you don't want that. So you're trying to balance this out. You're trying to balance out these emotions. You're trying to figure out, how can I move forward and rebalance this? How can I move forward and like redo this? Okay. In a way. And you're trying to like, you're trying to be like intellectual about it. You're not trying to let your emotions get the best of you or make impulsive decisions, because it feels like maybe the choice that you had made before or whatever you had manifested before was impulsive, or you made the decision based on temporary emotions, and now it's like having to do a little bit of cleanup. Okay. You there's some area in your life or signs that you need to grow. Okay, there's some area that you need to grow, but there's something heavy about a reconciliation here. So whether you want to reconcile, even if it's just within yourself or within some type of situation, either with somebody else or within like or get on better terms, like within a job, you know, if things have been a little rocky, or if the energy's been really weird and you've been kind of, things have been just like, you know, lackluster, you're learning how to balance that out. You're making the decision that it's like, and it's a major life-changing decision. It's like, I'm making the decision concrete to do this. Excuse me, guys. I ate before and I'm like starting to like really burp it up. Now, my thing is that here's why I think that you're a little disappointed where you are. Somebody betrayed you and it was very unexpected. Okay. I don't think you saw this coming. I don't think you knew that this was going to happen. Somebody that you thought was going to be very loyal to you betrayed you, and it was extremely unexpected, and it caused like major breakdowns in your life, or it's causing a major breakdown. Things are collapsing. Okay, so this could be a relationship. If it is a relationship, you find out that somebody that you thought was loyal, stable, grounded, and was good is actually really the one that's bringing in all the hardships, bringing, you know, it could be even like ruining your reputation in a sense. Because there's definitely some type of upheaval happening here, and it's based off of some type of betrayal, or you may have even become like hopeless in a situation where you just didn't think anything was going to change, and your manifestations weren't coming in, and you were starting to like really feel hopeless, or you were starting to really feel like this is like, it's not going to work. Like, I'm not going to get what I want. I've been trying to manifest this. I've been trying to find this, and it's not working. I feel like the divine's about to change that for you. We're going to clarify this a little bit, but I feel like that's about to change. And I again, I think your perseverance through any kind of perceived hardships is what's going to really make or break this situation for you. But I do think that either there's somebody that you find to be a soulmate, or there's somebody that that may come in and it feels like there's a really deep connection there, but you may be a little bit guarded, and you may be a little bit too much up in your head because of being betrayed by people that you didn't think that you were going to be betrayed by, or like you didn't see it coming. And it's like, now you're like overly guarded or overly cautious because you didn't think that you would be betrayed in this way, and you were. And it's like, well, if that person, and I thought that they were, you know, like, and it felt like, it's almost like you started second guessing your intuition, second guessing what you felt, because this person like bamboozled you, or like everything was very unexpected. My thing here is that I don't know that you were listening to your intuition when you got involved with this person to begin with. Okay? Because it feels like you may have been really enthused or enthusiastic or just really excited about some type of opportunity and taking it, or like moving forward in something, and the signs were kind of there, but somebody was pretty good at manipulating you. Somebody was really good at, and it could even be just like intellectually manipulating you, or maybe even emotionally. But so, you know, it feels like somebody comes in and you're guarded because of things that have happened previously. So let's take a look at that, shall we? Shall we? All right. Spirit, tell me more about this King of Swords. Tell me more about this King of Swords. Tell me more about this King of Swords, please. All right. Yeah. You could feel, this is either you or this is this other person. Somebody's holding back. Somebody could be holding back finances. They also could be holding finances over your head. And maybe that's another thing that like you just didn't think that was going to happen, or there's something that you got like tricked. Okay. You got tricked into taking this opportunity and it's not what you thought it was going to be. And I think you're having a hard time balancing things back out, like balancing yourself back out. Or you're really starting to become enlightened on this. Like it's really starting to become evident that like I've been bamboozled. All right. Somebody's holding back, and I think they're holding back finances. I don't think that, you know, somebody has money somewhere. There's money somewhere. Somebody's holding it back. And if this is not it, then this is you becoming, okay. And if that's not the situation, I have two things here. And if that's not the situation, you are starting to become extremely more frugal on what you're spending on, where you're putting your resources, where like investments, all of that stuff. You're becoming like really intelligent, financially intelligent. Okay? Yeah, you're really starting to control your finances. Very frugal. It's going to work out very well for you in the long run. I feel like you chose, in the past here, I feel like you chose to start something new with someone that felt very familiar to you, or maybe you knew in childhood, or you knew, you know, from when you were younger. You chose that path. You chose to start something new, but I don't know. I think this person might be really manipulative. They might be manipulative. They might be power hungry. They might like to, tell me more about this. There's something about this person's communication that's really, troublesome. Like when they talk, it almost seems like they don't talk like with you in mind, or with like you in mind of the future. There's no talk of that. Either that, or they're like super, super manipulative. And if you guys, I don't know. It feels like somebody moved on fast. Somebody started something, possibly with somebody from their past, and they moved on fast, and there was grief involved, though. It made either you or someone else. So if this is you and you moved on fast with somebody that maybe you knew from your past, or you knew, you know, from childhood or something like that, it made somebody sad. There was like grief involved here, or somebody moved on. And if that's not you, then somebody moved on and I don't know. It's like but you manifested this. It's like you manifested this, but maybe you didn't realize that you were manifesting this, or you didn't realize that that's what was going to happen. But someone moved forward really, really fast. And, or again, if you're finding out that someone betrayed you, they moved on. They might have moved on really fast and started something. Maybe they started holding, maybe that's why you need to get really financially intelligent, because somebody moved on really fast, and it could have been somebody from the past. And it's just like, you didn't see that coming. Like, you didn't think it was going to happen that fast. But what it brought you is peace. And again, you didn't see that coming. You didn't see that coming. Yeah. Again, this is something that you manifested. And I think at the time, maybe you didn't feel like it was something that you wanted, or that's not the outcome that you wanted, but it's brought peace into your life. You've manifested the peace that you're looking for. And I think it's because you poured into yourself, or again, there was somebody that was really manipulative. I feel like they're giving to somebody else now, and you are trying to find the peace within this situation, because this is disappointing you. You're feeling really betrayed. You're feeling like really betrayed. Like someone, again, very unexpected ruin of loyalty. Like there's an unexpected ruin of loyalty, and somebody moves on really fast. Oh, okay. The Star card. You need to, there's a level of healing, a deep level of healing that needs to happen here. And then realizing your wish fulfillment. Both these cards talk about wish fulfillment, the Star card and the Nine of Cups. I think the more that you balance yourself out, the more that you let go of whatever the situation is, you are going to be moving forward with somebody that's going to be wish fulfillment with you. But first, balance needs to happen. Now, if you were in a situation where somebody betrayed you and moved on really fast, there's something about like a rejuvenation or atonement that they wish that they could do. They wish that they could express their emotions or atone in some way. Guys, take this how this resonates. This feels really all over the place. This really feels, you may be dealing with like two situations. This feels so messy. Like on one end, it's like you manifested some type of relationship, but it ended up becoming a disappointment. And that's because I think someone betrayed you, where you thought that someone was going to be loyal to you and they weren't. And they either moved on really quickly, or you moved on really quickly. I don't know, but it's like you're manifesting peace. Or you've manifested a level of peace that you didn't know was going to happen, but somebody was giving to somebody else, and it took a while to maybe even see that this was okay. And I feel like maybe at one point you wanted to reconcile, or maybe this is like a huge awakening for you. Yeah. I think this was more of an awakening for you, because you thought it was really what you wanted. And this is causing some type of enlightenment in your life. And boy, oh boy, when you feel stable enough, you are moving forward at a very fast pace. What is this? What is this? Yeah. You guys... Okay, listen, you might not be saying much, but when you do say stuff, it's very potent. It's very prominent. People listen. They listen to what you say. So be careful about your words. I don't know why I'm getting that, but be careful about your words. Only speak the truth. If somebody asks you a question and they like ask you a question, don't lie. Don't speak your truth. Speak your truth. Use your intuition. You don't have to give away everything, but there's something about like not lying and getting kind of like, it's like, you're going to get your justice in this situation, right? Especially if somebody betrayed you and moved forward really fast and kind of started giving to other people and almost like stole your peace a little bit. I feel like that's what it is. Somebody was really manipulative and stole your peace. And listen, you're moving towards some form of wish fulfillment. Intuitively, I think that you're going to get your justice in this situation. And maybe it just feels like it's been taking a long time to move forward, but I feel like it's happening. And there's something about starting from this week on that's happening, because the future energy is, I have the Lovers here. There's some form of really strong connection that's about to come in, and it's going to make you feel like, you know what? I want to celebrate, but you may feel a little guarded by it. But we're going to clarify this and we're going to do this in the extended, okay? Guys, if something does come in and you feel a little guarded, it's okay. All right? Use your intuition. Know what you've learned. All of that stuff, okay? Also, just be very mindful about your finances and be very frugal and very financially smart in the next couple of weeks, because I think it's also going to help you in your holiday season as well. There's some form of wish fulfillment that's coming in. Someone's going to make some type of offer, or it's either you or them, either as they're healing or it's their wish fulfillment to make some type of offer to you. Interesting. Okay. Earth signs, I love you guys so very much. If this is where it ends for you, that's okay. And, good luck with this. Guys, keep doing what you're doing for yourself, okay? Leave whatever betrayal this is in the past. I know it was unexpected, and sometimes that's really hard to deal with. It's going to be okay, because you got something, but you might be a little bit guarded when it comes in, but we'll see how this pans out. If you guys want to follow me over into Patreon, link is in the description box, or it's up in my link tree. I love you guys, okay? And I'll see you soon.